we get ready to turn them loose in our Dare Stock feature.
Here they come, rumbling off turn number 4. Double greens are in the air, and it is Marquise with a slight advantage. Car number 5 setting the pace to the bottom of turn number 2. Trouble now further back in the field. They're already doubled up. Here comes Brandon Michael and Alexandra Fern. She's slicing and dicing already and coming to the front.
And Brandon Michael in that gold number 11 car, getting the jump on Addison Coelho. So as they cruise down the front straightaway, making a move in car number 35 is Gus Coelho. But the man who has the lead, the Napa Auto Parts number 5 car, driven by Andy Marquise.
Marquise has been long overdue for having success in this division. He is out in front and starting to pull away. But they're side-by-side racing in the battle for the 4th and the 5th spot. Alexandra Fern to the inside. Then it's a 29 of Trace Bear still trying to hold on. Bear has been consistently running among the top 5 cars in the last 3 weeks.
Nicole Chambrello is having a pretty good run in car number 16, 1 spot ahead of the 2 of Jolly. Now Brandon Michael goes to work with a power move. Trouble for Chambrello. In the middle of the turn, everybody avoids her just barely by a whisker.
Unbelievable. Tyler Trott pulled off the Timex timely move of the event when at the last minute he missed by inches and we're still under green. 3 of the 15 laps are into the record books. Now starting to string it out just a bit. Look at Brandon Michael. He's trying to thunder his way down underneath Alexandra Fern. She does a crossover move, and that little stutter step cost him a lot, Matt.
Yeah, as he is bogged down behind the number 12 car. Our leader, Andy Marquise, who once said if they had 5-lap features, he could be an undefeated champion. But he has a huge lead by a rainforest over Gus Coelho, and Gus is holding off the newcomer, making one of his best runs of the season, Dan Dembeck. He only has a handful of races under his belt.
And he continues to improve every time out. Good battle for the 4th spot. Alexandra Fern comes off the turn like a rocket. Brandon Michael has to settle back into the 5th spot. Now a little further back, Como and Jeff Jolly are also running nose to tail. And Frank Latoile, he's a very cautious guy. He knows the importance of the points, Matt.
Yeah, right now he is hanging in the middle of the field, but I think the second half of the race, which is starting right about now, he is going to start picking up his game. Alexandra Fern is trying to pick up a position as she moves to Ringo Starr, the back bumper of the Dembeck car, as they slam their way off the corner. Andy Marquise is still leading, and the best battle on the racetrack is between Dembeck and Fern.
Dembeck just doesn't want to give up. Alexandra Fern looks to the outside, thinks twice of it, now dives to the bottom in turn 3, Matt. Will it pay off?
Has momentum as she tries to shoot her down. Going around is Dembeck. Alexandra Fern is on the grass. And once again, everybody avoids making major contact. We'll see if Dembeck can get that car moving again. It is not happening yet.
They are able to pull away. We remain under green. 8 laps are up on the board, and the leader gets a little bit of luck with that one as it still remains Marquise coming back to the stripe. 9 laps are up on the board.
This is like watching a Penn and Teller magic show. We have had some great escapes, and we have avoided serious contacts, but the man who has had a smooth ride, Andy Marquise, as he is almost in his own island at the front of the field with Gus Coelho in second. So in a division that's sometimes dominated by the younger drivers, we have 2 old pros, Marquise and Coelho, dominating this event.
There's no question they are really running strong tonight. 5 circuits to go. Marquise is still looking good. Jeff Jolly is starting to turn up the wick just a bit. Now earlier tonight, in the kids club, Johnny Walker was giving out those famous straw hats of his, those wicker hats. But right now, Marquise is still the leader of the pack. 4 circuits to go as the clock continues to work to the advantage of a deserving Marquis with less than 4 circuits remaining.
And the only yellow Andy Marquise wants to see is on the Napa banner. He wants it to stay green. Coelho is getting a challenge from Brandon Michael as they rocket their way off the turn Michael is almost sitting in the lap of Gus Coelho with Trace Beyer in fourth. And Jeff Jolly has had a pretty strong run. He is in the top 5. Marquise, he has to like what he is seeing out of his mirror. Coelho and Michael fighting for position. That means they can't pay attention to him. And look at Brandon Michael. He gangbusters his way into second place.
Good run there, but the time is starting to go away with 2 circuits remaining. Brandon Michael is up to second. He is looking racy. He's closing up the gap. Marquise is long overdue for a victory. He has worked hard. He has had no luck at all in 2014. Look at Michael reel him in. Off turn number 4, white flag is out. Will Brandon Michael have enough time to move in on Marquise, who's been dominant in this feature event?
It is a barn burner as they exit turn number 2. Marquise looking for his first ever win. He has waited 3 years for this moment. Here comes Michael trying to take that moment away.
He is on the back bumper. They touch. Off turn number 4. Marquise goes up the racetrack. Brandon Michael down low. It's Marquise to take down the win. Brandon Michael to finish in second. And rounding out the top 3 will be the number 29 unofficially, as the scoreboard tells the story, with Coelho to round out the top 4.
Well, Brandon Michael made him work for it, but Andy Marquise, one of the nice guys in the paddock, has finally had the night he has been waiting for. That Napa Auto Parts number 5 car couldn't have performed better, and he made that car last for 15 laps. That is the amazing accomplishment for Andy Marquise.
It sure is, and the front brakes are glowing on the race car as he'll head to Napa Victory Lane, as we'll be talking with our winners and the top 3. Great run for Brandon Michael. And what about the number 29 car to squeak onto the podium as well? A nice run for the driver of Trace Beyer as well. Napa Victory Lane for the final time in tonight's program. We remind you we do it all over again next Friday night for more of the best here at Stafford. The Legends cars, the NASCAR Wheel and All-American Series, and the best racing anywhere in the country in the SK Modifieds. But right now, we'll be heading to Victory Lane with a guy with a big smile and has finally been there and done that. Marquise is in the winner's circle as we go down and meet our winner.
I'll tell you what, Marquise, so excited to get out of the car. Forgot to take off his helmet at first. Says a lot of congratulatory fans, including Johnny Walker down here. So give him a big pat on the back. Andy. Andy, I know from talking to you this season in the paddock, you have put in so much time, so much work, and now it's finally here, your first victory. How's it feel?
I don't know what to say. You know, you start to wonder if you're ever going to do it. And we started up front. I didn't want to ever win my first one that way, but you know what? I'll take it. I got to thank Mark Root and Tom Fox. I got to thank my crew, the Hornet. I got to thank a lot Donnie Bissett, my boy Remy here tonight. But Barry Fluckinger, he started getting me here with Chris Fluckinger and Norm Sears and all those guys. This is huge. I got to thank my daughters. I'm psyched. The Casa Grande family, Gamma Cores, I've had so much help up here. This is what it's all about. All the frustration. This is the best ever up here, man. Just thanks to everyone. Napa Auto Parts at Talent, man. I'm pumped. This is huge for me. I know it's only a Dare stock win, but this is huge for me, man. 45 years old. I'm the happiest dude in Stafford tonight, man.
Take us through those last few laps. That 74 car, it looks like it got a whole lot bigger.
Yeah, I didn't want to overdrive the car, and I wasn't looking in the mirror. I looked at the end. I saw Brandon there. He was clean about it. I didn't want to screw this one up. I've screwed a few up. But that's it, man. I'm pumped. I'm going to drink some beer. I'm happy.
All right, that's the word here in Victory Lane. First career Dare stock win for Andy Marquise.
A great victory for him, a good guy, and you can tell that. As now we're going to go back to meet our second place finisher, Brandon Michael. Another great run tonight as well. Let's go back down to Connor Sullivan.
Brandon, you gave it one heck of a drive those last couple of laps. First avoiding the smoke show out in turn 4 and then making a great drive up to the front, but it looked like you fell just one lap short.
Yeah, we had a real good car tonight all day. We were fastest in practice. We finally got this car dialed in. It's getting dangerous. I got to thank my crew, my dad, my mom. If it wasn't for all of them, I wouldn't be here. I really only needed like another turn and I would have had them. This car was so fast. I got to thank Gary from Connecticut Lawn Care, Rad Auto Machine for the awesome horsepower, Rollins Automotive, Tradesman New England, Whip City Cleaning. Trying to think what else. I think that's it. Bedrock Farm and Berardi Transmission. And I got to thank John Berardi for setting up the car. There's no one better. Thank you.
All right, that's the story from our second place runner. Oh, so close tonight, but a great run for Brandon Michael. So we'll bring in our third place finisher and our rookie of the race. As here he is, Trace Byer. You had a nice march to the front. Tell us about your night.
There was a couple close calls, but avoided them and just rode a nice race to third.
Who would you like to thank for your podium finish tonight?
Gotta thank my dad, my Aunt Shirley, Mike Robson, the whole Robson family. My brother Terry is here tonight, my sister Tess. They all help out. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be here. It's just so much fun being here, racing here, Stafford.
All right, that's the story for our third place runner, Trace Byer. That is it for the Dare Sox.
Provost Motorsports brings us Dwayne Provost.
And then from the 10th starting spot, the guy that is looking for the crown, the Nantucket Community College number 9 from Charlton, Mass., Andrew Hayes.
Car number 64 will be next in line in the Brick-and-Mortar. And Don's Ring and Pinion car, he has a one-time winner, Austin Bissett.
Chris Cook is next from Pepperell in the A1 Auto Sights and Signs car.
Car number 87 will be driven by R.J. Surdell from Manchester in the Surdell Motorsports and Jam Motorsports car.
Then it's the Vespa Acquisition 00, Joe Nozick from Bristol, Connecticut.
It's starting from the outskirts of the field in car number 66 from Palmer in the Tibbetts Optical and Batera Chevrolet. It's Justin Bren. Now for a Flamingo Motorsports preview, let's go to Connor Sullivan.
Just some housekeeping stories down here as 88 car, they've had some problems these last couple of weeks. The transmission's been hanging up on there, but they feel like they've gotten the situation taken care of and they're ready to go after them for the points race. Let's go up for the start.
Green is about to come out off turn number 4. Rich Keeter gives them the double greens. They're off and racing. Bottom of turn 1, Sears, Paul LaRue to the inside. They touch. They sway from side to side. Sears is the leader, but Paul LaRue is digging in.
Boy, look at Brian Clemens. He goes from 5th to 3rd with a power move. Cliff Saunders wants to execute the same type of move as they storm their way off the corner. It is Cliff Saunders getting the jump on Glenn Bartkowski, and Cliff's twin brother, Albert, also wants a piece of the action.
The Saunders brother, American sleeve bearings, dynamic duo. The color green is running 4th and 5th. Meanwhile, look at David Arute further back with Provost. There's Hines, there's Saunders, and there's Hayes. That could be the battle of the 2014 point season in the limited late models.
And Justin Brent in car number 66, who has a fast car tonight, is looking to get back into the mainstream. The fastest wheels are owned by Norm Sears as he is able to avalanche his way into turn number 4. Keeping him company is Paul Arute, and this is one of the best outings of the season so far for Brian Clement.
Brian Clement looking racy trouble now off turn number 4. Jesse Hines tags the wall down the front straightaway with car number 24. Caution flag comes out from Rich Keeter on the starter stand as the 24 car, it made contact with the wall where something must have broken the race car, Matt, because we seldom see that Jesse Hines car with any mechanical problems.
Yeah, he's one of the smoothest drivers in the division. Unfortunately, a little hiccup has cost him dearly on lap number 3. 3 laps that have been dominated so far by Norm Sears. Remember, he took over that ride from Kelsey Rutino a couple of weeks ago when his car, Norman's number 71 car, got obliterated in a limited late model accident.
Sure, that was a tough story then, but he's done quite well with the car. Hey, take a look at those family Ford of Enfield trucks. They are located inside the front straightaway, providing them as family Ford of Enfield. Now, if you're in the market for a new or used vehicle for the best prices, the best inventory, and much, much more, it's not far from the Stafford Motor Speedway. Visit Family Ford of Enfield. They provide the Stafford Motor Speedway Safety Services crew with those Ford trucks, the best in the business. And see those lights flashing atop them? They're from Whelen Engineering, the first name in lights, sirens, and safety services used throughout the world. American made, made in New Hampshire, and made in Connecticut. Connor Sullivan has more.
On track is because he has a flat left rear tire. There's also heavy fender damage, so definitely a tough night so far for Jesse Hines.
Well, Jesse is out of the race car, and he'll be checked over by the Stafford Ambulance EMT crew, making sure that he is okay. Standard procedure here at the Stafford Motor Speedway. When any driver is involved in any altercation, they are required to go and be checked in our medical assistance vehicle to make sure that they are okay before they are released, and then they can head back to the paddock area. And Jesse, you can see he's limping a bit as he's heading to be safety checked there as well. Hard jaunt by him. Jesse usually does not have any problems at all. Matt, you pointed it out best. Very consistent, smooth driver that has done very well for himself in this limited late model division.
A couple of years ago, he was having a lot of mechanical problems with that car, but they have straightened things out in 2014, and it has been a very steady year. Unfortunately, when you get a flat tire in the limited late model division, you can't go and change it, because if you look out on pit road, there are no crews there. So the night is over for Jesse Hines. 2 weeks from tonight, it will be the third appearance of the Valente Modified Racing Series. They were in action on Saturday night at Waterford, and the winner on that occasion, and pretty emphatically, was Ted Christopher, who got the win in the Valente Series. He is a part-time competitor, but I'm sure he will be in that Joe Brady number 00 car 2 weeks from tonight in the Valente Series. And I know you were there, Ben. It was quite a performance by TC.
It certainly was, and it was nice to see Joe Brady, one of the legendary car owners who owns that race car. He has had some health issues lately, and unfortunately it was good that they had the car dialed back in and part of the competition. Just received some additional information. It is not a good story for the point leader, Andrew Hayes, the Nuntech Community College car. Connor Sullivan is right there. He's going to run right over and find out what's the story with car number 9. Heartbreaking situation. There's a competitor that quietly has been under the radar, but has been very, very strong in the point battle.
Yeah, he came out of the radar last week when he was the winner, and unfortunately something has gone awry with that number 9 car, and we will find out momentarily exactly what headache Andrew Hayes is suffering from.
You can send it.
It is not good news. We are getting ready for a restart with Norm Sears and Paul Arute perched in the front row.
Let's see what's going to happen. We're about ready to fire them back up off turn number 4. Green flag is back out. Sears with a slight advantage on the inside. 3-wide action further back in the field, Matt. Sears is still the leader. Paul Arute is the tail that wags the dog. And good run again for Clements. He isn't about to be left off the podium tonight, Matt.
Boy, when you can rabble-rouse your way underneath Cliff Saunders, you know you have a great car. Glenn Barkowski showing some sparks in car number 7 as he is looking to shoot his way underneath the 4 of Saunders, who is stuck on the outside, but he is trying to make the most of it.
Certainly is. Look a little further back. Here comes Austin Bissett. He moves in and takes over the 5th spot in a side-by-side battle there. Then it's Saunders, then it's David Arute, and then it's Provost. Provost is looking to have a good finish here, knowing that Hayes is setting in the middle of the infield. That is not where he wanted to be.
Yeah, from 5th through 10th could fit inside a pillowcase. Look at Bissett getting the advantage, 4th place over Cliff Saunders. Albert Saunders not far away. And now David Arute starting to make some noise as he tries to get underneath Bartkowski. Not only does he get underneath him, but Albert Saunders and Cliff Saunders as well. 3 for the price of 1.
3 for the price of 1, and David Arute is now in the top 5. Usually, Arute's pattern is simply this. For David Arute, he waits to about lap number 8 to 10, and then he starts to, well, thread the needle through traffic. Tonight, he's looking a little bit more aggressive early, as he is now in the 5th spot with car number 28. Meanwhile, Provost in the 6th position, and then it's the Saunders brothers, and then don't count out Bren with car number 66.
David Arute has an opportunity for a lucrative night because he started trailing Andrew Hayes by only 40 points in 3rd place. So this could be a very profitable point night for both David Arute and Dwayne Provost.
They are 1 lap shy of the halfway marker when they cross the stripe this time. Sears has been the dominant car so far, but the second half might tell the story of a whole different deal. Second is still Paul Arute. Good run for him. Great run for Clements. Austin Bissett in the 4th spot, and David Arute sets in position number 5. 6th position is Provost. 7th is Saunders. 8th is Bren. 9th is the number 4 of Cliff Saunders, and 10th is Bartkowski. Cross flags this time, Matt. Half of the event is history.
And the best battle is shaping up for 3rd and 4th. As Clement has the spot, here comes Austin Bissett looking to laser beam his way underneath the 59 car. And Brian Clement, we have not seen this much authority from car number 59 all season long, but we are seeing it tonight.
2 of the movers and shakers have to be considered. Paul Arute, Brian Clements, they are doing a masterful job of contending in the front pack of cars. Sears still the leader, car number 5, off the pace for Chris Cook down the back straightaway. No harm, no foul there. We still remain under green. Sears, the dominant car at the point. Look at Austin Bissett now starting to work over Clements, who's having the run of 2014.
Clements has a spot, but Austin Bissett all over the back bumper like mosquito repellent. As they go into turn number 3, it is still Norm Sear, the man with the giddy up. But Brian Clement, for him to get on the podium would be a big deal, and he is going to have to hold off one of the chargers of the division, Austin Bissett, in order to make it happen.
Certainly is, and Bissett is trying just about everything to get around Clements, but Clements is guarding his spot, and he is trying to desperately hold on. Little daylight now as Clements slipped up the racetrack. Austin Bissett moves to the inside. Little paint swapping going on, Matt, in the battle for 3rd.
As they are ball and chain together, joined at the hip, and here is Austin Bissett, and he is able to muscle his way into 3rd. Before tonight, the best finish of the year for Brian Clement was 7th, and all his other finishes were in double digits. So he is still having a great run. Now he has to worry about Austin Bissett, and he also has to be concerned with David Arute.
And, of course, Dwayne Provost. They are coming to the inside of Clements now, and now David Arute tries to get down underneath Clements, who still holds on to the 4th spot. Weakest point of the racetrack for Clements is off turn 2. David Arute is there. He's aware of that. Provost is there. Saunders and Bren. Pack of 5 cars contending for the 4th position.
Norm Sear has led every step of the way as he has a comfortable lead over Paul Arute, but things are a little hectic deeper in the pack as somehow Clement has been able to hold off David Arute, Dwayne Provost, and Albert Saunders as they cyclone their way off the corner. Brian Clement strengthening his advantage over David Arute, and now Arute looks like he is going to make a challenge.
David Arute runs in the tire tracks of Clements. Remember, we said that Clements' Achilles heel is coming off turn number 2. Arute has been watching that patiently in that 4th and 5th position. Austin Bissett all over Paul Arute, who's done a masterful job of holding on for 2nd. 2 circuits to go.
And let's see what if Bissett can get underneath Paul Arute. Here he comes, trying to crowbar his way underneath the 82. He could not get it done. A resurgence by Paul Root as they head into turn 4.
Back to the stripe they come. This time by, the white flag is out. No surrendering in the battle for second. Paul Root ran strong in his qualifying round. He's run strong throughout this event. Less than half a mile will determine if he will hold on to second, as Austin Bassett is all over him on the inside. Paul Root guards the spot. Bassett has to settle back in the line. Norm Sears is going to take down the win. Paul Root to finish in second. Austin Bassett to finish in third. Great run for Brian Clements to finish in fourth. And David Arute to round out the top 5.
Dwayne Provost in 6th, Albert Saunders 7th, Justin Bren 8th, Cliff Saunders 9th, and Glenn Bartkowski will round out our top 10.
11th, Joe Nozick, Robert Serdell to finish in the 12th spot. Chris Cook for 13th, Andrew Hayes. Heartbreak of the night will finish in 14th. Same can be said of Jesse Hines with car number 24 to finish 15th on the grid.
You know, this is a big night for our top drivers. The first win of the year for Norm Sears, for Paul Root. His best finish before tonight was 4th. He pulled that off last week. So his second place is by far his best run of the season. And for Brian Clement, his best run was 7th. After that, he's had a 12th, 11th, 12th, 11th, and 12th. So his 4th place run is his shining moment of 2014.
It certainly is, as our attention shifts down to Napa Victory Lane. Tony Sutton is down there, along with Connor Sullivan, as we will meet and greet our top 3 in the limited late model division.
So we are waiting for our winner, Norm Sears, to come out of the car, and he is going to do some celebration. As the song suggests, he goes right to the window. You would think he might be a little too old to do that move, but there's something about winning a limited late model feature that makes you young, as he shakes the hand of our pit reporter, Connor Sullivan.
Norm, it's been one heck of a last month. You lose your primary car, you get a ride in this 36 car, and you bring it to Victory Lane. What's it mean to you?
We talked earlier in the pits the past couple weeks, and it's tough, I'll tell you. These guys are fast every week. I can't thank enough everybody that's helped out. Barry, all the guys back at our shop up in Summers, Don's guys, Kelsey. We took a car that was running out back. These guys worked their butt off trying to fix this thing. We had no rear brakes in the car tonight. This is awesome. I gotta thank Don's Home Improvement, Wilderness Lake Campground, Ackerd & Sons, Hebron Harvest Fair, Hair Trends, some of my sponsors, Grandma's Hometown Cooking, Bobtails Auto Body, Rad Auto Machine for the great power, Joe Brockett especially. He's been the key behind this car, and On Time Accounting. These guys support me every week. I gotta thank those guys, Mike. We got one. This is awesome.
An awesome night in the first victory of the season in the limited late miles for Stormin' Norman Sears. As we'll move it on over to our second place finisher, Paul Root. Tell you what, it's been a heck of a couple of weeks for you. This car has been getting better and better every week, and you come away with a second place. Talk about your night.
Yeah, we've been fighting it since we got wrecked early on in the year. We finally think we found something, and it went pretty good tonight. Congrats to Norm. He drove a good race. I want to thank, first things first, my crew. They're awesome. Rick, Mike, Steve, Tom, Wendy, Felicia. Definitely a big thanks to my brother. This is his deal. He takes care of everything for me. I help as much as I can, and he really does a lot for it. think he had a good finish. I really got to thank Supreme Industries. They came on board this year. Big thanks to them. They helped us a lot. Got to thank On Time Accounting for sponsoring the division, the Napa, Bob Phil. I know he's probably going to scream at me because we're blowing the restart, but I tried my best, and he's been helping us out. I just can't thank everybody enough, especially my crew. They're here for me, so I'm happy to be on the podium.
Well, a very happy Paula Roots, second place finish tonight in the limited lane. Also bringing our third place runner, Austin Bassett. Heck of a night out there. Who would you like to thank for your night?
First, I'd like to thank On Time Accounting for what they're doing for our division. And yeah, my car was great tonight. My dad really got the setup dialed in. And congratulations to Norm Sears and Paul ran a great race. We were running pretty hard there. I got to thank my dad and my girlfriend Sam for working hard on my car today. And my brother, my sister, or not my sister, my brother, my mother, and Brick and More, Mainline Heating, Casey's Cafe, GH Berlin Oil, John the Jackman, Napa Tallinn, 32 Signs, and I think that's it.
All right, that's the story for the limited late models. What a comeback story here at Stafford tonight.
A driver from Boylston, Mass. in the 1540 Connection and Draco Spring-sponsored car, Christopher Fuller.
Alongside, it'll be a driver in the Pro class, car number 32, Kyle Rogers from Waterbury, Connecticut, the Pools by Murphy car.
A semi-pro driver will be aboard car number 31. In the Mid-State Site Development car, here is Noah Corner.
Then it'll be a young Lion, car number 28, Todd Hodgden, driving the champion Sparksplex car.
Then in car number 75, a two-time winner in the Pro Division, Island Cove and Manifour Brothers are the sponsors for Corey DiMatteo.
Another pro driver, car number 76 from Farmington, signed pro Manafort Brothers, Dana DiMatteo.
This is a leading young Lion driver in the country in the M&T Auto Sales and Mike's Auto and Body Shop car, Mike Christopher Jr.
In the Masters from Haskell, New Jersey, Richard Coy, the number 21 car.
In the Young Lion, car number 24, Mikey Flynn.
And the number 1 car for Art Mario at a Baltic will pick up at the rear of the field. Green is out, and Chris Fuller leads them. Short-lived. Here comes the number 75, Corey DiMatteo, and we've got one around. Car number 21, no harm, no foul. We're back to racing in turn 1.
So that's Richie Coy racing here at Stafford for the second time this season. It is Corey DiMatteo who has the getaway. Look at Mike Christopher tried to dive bomb Christopher Fuller, but it did not happen, and he will hold his ground in third place.
Christopher Fuller gets a little bit sideways. Here comes Mike Christopher down on the bottom. Slingshot move. Turn number 3. Car number 82 is the leader.
And around goes Christopher Fuller, and he is able to keep that car moving. A little bumping match between he and Mike Christopher. Look like Rock'em Sock'em Robots. It's Corey DiMatteo who is trying for his third win of the season, but the yellow comes out on lap number 3. And way in the shadows is a 24 Mikey Flynn beyond turn number 3.
So that's going to tighten it all back up as Mikey Flynn will pick up at the rear of the field, the green number 24 out of Hamden, Mass. The DiMatteos have been very racy this season here at Stafford, and Corey DiMatteo is leading that charge, but usually Dana is not far out of target, and Mike Christopher, as Matt's been pointing out, he is hot in this Legend Car Series, but he sets his sights on more than Legends cars. The big talk in the paddock area was what, Matt?
He is just about ready to make his SK Light debut, as his dad, Mike Christopher, has purchased a car for Mike Jr. And if he can get a practice in before they are supposed to go racing, we could see him in that car. And what do you think? I think it's going to be the black number 82 car, driven by Mike Christopher Jr. in the SK Lights. He has 19 wins in the Legends this year. He also competes on weekends in Bethel. So A very busy season so far for Mike Christopher Jr.
Here they come, rumbling off the turn. Tim Bennett staring them down. The green is out. DiMatteo and Christopher are side by side. Challenge for the lead. Christopher goes up the hill. The DiMatteo brothers are there. Caution. Car number 1 goes spinning off turn number 4.
So both of our Masters drivers have gotten in trouble. Remember, the contingency bonus in this is sponsored by Dave's Flea Market. The leader of each of our 4 classes will be getting a $25 bonus. We have 4 classes: the Young Lions, the Semi-Pros, the Pros, and the Masters. And the top finisher in each of those 4 divisions will be getting a $25 bonus from Dave's Flea Market.
Field is set. We're about ready to go back to green flag racing. Corey DiMatteo on the inside. Mike Christopher. They start to string it out just a bit. Christopher and DiMatteo evenly matched. They're back to green. The DiMatteos are working over Mike Christopher. Christopher stuck in the outside lane. All of a sudden, Dana DiMatteo sneaks into second. Here comes the 32, Matt, of Kyle Rogers.
And Teddy Hodgson in car number 28 had some elbow room underneath Kyle Rogers, trying to make his way through. Contact as he kicked Rogers to the curb. And now Rogers is on the outfield. The leader is Corey DiMatteo. We'll see if Kyle can get that car restarted again, and he can't.
Caution.
So a lot of fisticuffs in this one in the first 5 laps. Not what we are used to seeing in the Legend division. Trouble that time for Kyle Rogers in car number 32.
We see a piece of debris. It looks like a fender off one of the vehicles, which is down coming off turn number 4. And we're not sure. It might have come off one of the DiMatteo cars. We'll take a look at this time by.
So a little steel cage action there.
It is
turn number 4. It is
the right front fender, Matt, off the number 76 of Dana DiMatteo.
Remember the last time we were here, it looked like Dana DiMatteo had the feature wrapped up, and then he spun in the corner, and the win went to his brother, Corey DiMatteo.
Limited late model drivers in Autograph Alley. It's free. It's a great opportunity to meet the up-and-coming rising stars. Head on down to Autograph Alley, the A and B section of the main grandstand area. Kelly Lamisa has a quick report before we go back to green. Kelly?
Yes, Ben, I'm down here with Mikey Flynn, number 24. What happened out there? You had a better look than I did.
On the restart, something happened to the one car, and he just spun in the front of me, and I had nowhere to go, and hit the right rear tire. It was a bad day. Wish for a little more luck, but can't go wrong.
Thank you. Very good. Better luck next week. Back to you up there.
The DiMatteo brothers are side by side, wheel to wheel. Mike Christopher looking for the opportunity to see some daylight to squeak in and move around. Car 21 is moving into the hunt. That's Richie Coy, started back in 8th, Matt. But look at the DiMatteo brothers, wheel to wheel.
And it's Corey who gets the advantage. Mike Christopher now is in a hurry. They boogie their way out of the corner, and it is Mike Christopher comes up empty. He's going to try it again to get underneath Dana DiMatteo, and he is on the verge of doing that as they climb off the corner.
They are side by side, evenly matched, as now Christopher tries to tuck down underneath. DiMatteo on the outside. Christopher down low. Car number 32 comes back across the racetrack and pulls away just as the yellow flag comes out. Kyle Rogers is not having a good night as he'll pick up at the rear of the fields.
And he was all by himself when he spun out right in the middle of the chute. So we will re-rack the field with the DiMatteo brothers in front. We could have this on Route 4 in Farmington. Dana DiMatteo, a Farmington High graduate, now attends Central Connecticut State University, and Corey DiMatteo in Farmington. He started his racing in what is called a Bandolero car, another field sponsored by Inex. And then from there, he went into the Legends, and this has been his most competitive season by far.
We are going to announce at the conclusion of this event the Logano Kart special drawing from the main grandstand area and who the winner is of that Logano race and ride. Oh, all of a sudden, car 31, Noah Connor goes around Matt just off turn number 4. These boys are having a tough night tonight. Usually they go pretty much green to checker. While we have a quick break in the action, the lucky winner for the Joey Logano drawing, this is the grandstand drawing, lucky winner is Matt Pelletier. Matt Pelletier, report back to the Joey Logano grandstand table. Congratulations. You are going to be racing against Joey Logano in go-karts, and that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say Matt Buckler there, and I was getting my hopes up. But Joey Logano doesn't have anything to fear from me, but I bet he has something to fear from Matt Pelletier, as he will be going one-on-one against Joey Logano, one of the best drivers in the nation.
7 of 20 are into the record books.
So we are getting ready to turn them loose again. The field is decorated in blue and white. Here comes Dana to the outside.
Oh.
They come together, Dana and Corey. Corey is in the Dandelions. He comes out in 6th place.
And Dana DiMatteo somehow holds on in a wild ride. Mike Christopher was watching all of that, and the 21 of Richie Coy has now moved into contend. The DiMatteo boys will have something to talk about at the breakfast table tomorrow, but the number 76 of Dana is the leader still. Mike Christopher reeling him back in, Matt. Let's see what's going to happen as they head back to turn 1.
The one great characteristic about Mike Christopher Jr., he is a very clever driver. He really knows how to race. Now, Dana DiMatteo is a very accomplished competitor with 3 track championships at Waterford. He is the last DiMatteo brother standing because Corey DiMatteo has pulled his car off the track.
He certainly is, and of course he is the dominant car out front. 10 of the 20 circuits are now into the record books. Half of the event is over, but there is still a long way to go.
Good run by Christopher Fuller. He is in 4th, followed by Teddy Hodgson in 5th. 6th is Kyle Rogers. 7th, and now trying to move into 6th, is Noah Corner, but the script remains the same at the front of the field. It is Dana DiMatteo holding off Mike Christopher. And Mike Christopher, he is running out of time. We will see what he will do when they hit the line. They'll be down to the final 7 laps.
Off the turn, back down to the stripe. Oh, we've got another spin. Kyle Rogers having a tough night, and he'll go around. While we're under this yellow, all of the drivers from the limited late model division are in Autograph Alley. Now, remember, I've been talking about all night long the selfie, and taking a selfie could win you free tickets to next Friday night's Valente Modified Racing Series event or a $5 discount. Come on, this is the perfect opportunity. Head to Autograph Alley and take a selfie with your favorite drivers in the limited late model division. Then, of course, hashtag it to Stafford Selfie. Tag us and post to Instagram. You could be a lucky winner and have a little fun in the process. Back to racing, Matt.
Looking for some luck on the redraw is Dana DiMatteo, and here comes Mike Christopher. This might be the opportunity he was looking for. He waltzes to the outside of DiMatteo. Watch out for that crossover move. Mike is pretty good at that, and here he comes. He goes underneath the 76 of Dana DiMatteo, but he comes up empty.
He tries, though. He never gives up. That's the true marking of a Christopher and a great driver. DiMatteo still leading him, guarding his spot. There's Christopher, right on his back bumper. Drifts up a little high that time, Matt. It seems to cost him a little more margin between first and second.
Rich Coy running 3rd. He has a great opportunity to watch this battle between DiMatteo and Christopher. A little deeper in the field, Noah Corner made a move, and now he moves to the outside of the track, so he was unable to get by Christopher Fuller, and now he is in danger of losing a position to Ted Hodgson. Nothing has changed at the front of the field. Dana DiMatteo looking for win number 2 this season. and he is leading by a diving board against Mike Christopher.
The clock is ticking. Less than 4 circuits remain. The number 76, Dana DiMatteo, started in the 6th spot and has been the dominant car. He's in the pro class competing in this Legends cars. Mike Christopher has tried just about everything, Matt, to get around him.
He's done everything except helicopter over that number 76 car. Nothing has worked. Down to the final 2 laps. Dana DiMatteo. Remember what happened a week ago. It looked like he had the wind wrapped up and he spun in turn number 2. Could lightning strike twice? We're about to find out. They jackrabbit their way off the corner. One more time around for Dana DiMatteo.
There is lap traffic ahead of the leader. Will it become a factor? DiMatteo sees the lapped automobile. He goes to the inside. Christopher goes to the outside. Takes over the lead off turn number 4. And the yellow flag comes out.
Well, for the second week in a row, Dana DiMatteo had the lead on the white flag lap. This time he ran into Kyle Rogers. And we saw debris flying in the air. It was like a grenade went off in between those 2 cars. And is there a driver who has been snake bit more times this year in the Legend cars than Dana DiMatteo?
Poor Kyle Rogers. He's had a night that he would like to forget, bringing out a couple of cautions, and it all ends with misfortune as the lapped automobile, as the leaders came up on him, and all of a sudden, Mike Christopher skillfully went to the outside. DiMatteo, the track was blocked, and Rogers' car came around just in front of the lead pack of cars.
Well, when you have a lap car in front of you, it's always more pressure on the leader, because they have to make the decision. The guy in second just does the opposite of what the leader does. And unfortunately, it was Dana DiMatteo. Wow. If they were 19 lap features, he might be a national point leader. Unfortunately, they're 20 laps, and lap number 20 has been a very difficult one for Dana DiMatteo.
Certainly has, and we've seen more fenders flying off tonight in the Legend cars than we've seen all season long. A tough night for some of the individuals, but it is not over with yet. Lap number 19, you know what that means, Matt.
We are getting ready for the 3 most exciting words in motorsports. Green, white, checker, to determine the winner of the 20-lap Legends feature.
Keep your eyes now on that 21 car. Richie Coy started back in the 8th spot. Mike Christopher looking good. Good run tonight by Chris Fuller. Give him a shout out with that number 15 car. He's got a lot of the Fuller racing blood in him. Oh, look what happens for second. The 21 does a topsy-turvy spin. He takes the low road. Look at car 76, Matt. Dana DiMatteo is back up to second. They come off turn number 4. White flag is out. A scramble to the end.
Dana comes from the obituary page into second place, trying to run down by Christopher. Christopher looking for his first ever Stafford Speedway victory.
Off turn number 4, history in the making. Mike Christopher has done it again. His first victory here at Stafford. DiMatteo to finish in second. The 31 of Noah Connor to finish in the 3rd spot. And what about Chris Fuller with the 15? Nice victory for him to finish among the top 4. Mikey Christopher is ecstatic. He has wanted a win here at Stafford, and now he has it. Bragging rights for the Christopher family into Napa Victory Lane.
And as far as our bonus money is concerned, in the Young Lion division, it will be Mike Christopher. In the Pro division, it will be Dana DiMatteo. In the Semi-Pros, it will be Noah Corner. And I believe the Masters, it was Rich Coy in car number 21. I think he got to the line before Art Marrero.
I think you're right, Matt. Once again, want to give you this little tidbit. Perfect opportunity. You know those selfies we've been talking about? Head down to Autograph Alley. Take a selfie with your favorite limited late model driver. And then, of course, you want to send it to us immediately. Send it to hashtag Stafford Selfie. Tag us and post it Instagram. You could be a winner. Free tickets next Friday night or $5 off. Now, be creative in taking that selfie. Maybe you'll have your picture taken with 2 of the drivers. Maybe you have it 3 of the drivers. Maybe it's an action shot. Who knows? But do it right now. Increase your odds of winning right now. Let's go down and meet our winner, and a very deserving winner, as Kelly Lamisa is down there in Napa Victory Lane with our buddy Connor.
All right, celebrating his second victory here at Stafford, no stranger to Victory Lane. There was a lot going on tonight, and you managed to get first place.
Yeah, it's not the way we wanted to win. I know Dana had a really fast car, and but you know that's racing. Stuff happens like that, and it worked out in our favor. The car was real fast during practice in the heat race, but it fell off a little. It was a little bit too loose off. But I gotta thank my dad for all he does. We worked on both the cars real hard this week, so I gotta thank Joe from American Scale. He helps us out on this car a lot, and Mr. and Mrs. Poulin, and my mom.
Thanks a lot, Mike. And for second place, Dana DiMatteo. He had a lot of mishaps tonight. He managed to get second place mishaps last week. You got second tonight. What happened?
I don't know. Lap car just got in the way there. He stayed high getting into turn 1, and then started coming down, getting center off the corner, and just got tangled up. It's really a shame. We had a really good car tonight, and just come back next week and give it hell.
All right, thanks a lot, Dana. And third place, we have Noah Corner. Where is he? There you are. This is your first appearance at Victory Lane. What a crazy race today. Lucky to get third.
Yes, it's surprising to get start from last. I'd like to thank my sponsor, Mid-State Site Development, my father, the Christophers, DiMatteos, the Lobellas, I'd like to thank Napa, Stafford Speedway. It was a great race. Who would have ever thought?
Who would have ever thought? That's right. Okay, that concludes the Legend Series.